Good day, welcome to Bethel Farms and Hubs, and in today's video we'll be talking about ichthyology, which is the study of fish. My name is Aita Sophie and I will be your host, and with me are two fish farmers who are going to give you basic concepts on fish farming. But first, let's get them to introduce themselves, starting with the gentleman on my right.
Okay, thank you. My name's Victor Mawa.
Okay, and let's get the lady to introduce herself.
My name's Aikoro Emanuela from Bethel Farms. Thank you.
Victor Mawa, what inspired you to be a fish farmer?
Thank you. And what inspires me is just what comes within me, and it is a zeal from my heart. Secondly, it is the benefit of the fish to the community and to the region and to the people globally. That is what inspires me to become a fish farmer. Thank you.
So, how long have you been in this fish farming business?
2 years right now in this fish farming business.
And can you describe for us your daily routine as a fish farmer?
Thank you. My daily routines are just feeding and the monitoring of the pond to see the water quality and to ensure that the fish are in a safe condition. That is my daily routines. Thank you.
Okay, now turning to Emanuela. What type of fish do you raise and why did you choose them?
Yeah, basically we have three types of fish. One is the catfish. Secondly, we have the mirror carp, and then lastly we have the tilapia. Though there are many species like the tilapia zealand, but I only deal with the three species. Thank you.
Okay, so how do you ensure the health and sustainability of your fish population?
That is, in terms of the water quality, you need to be keen of the water quality, do routine checking of the water quality, and you check for the water transparency too, because those are the essential things to make the fish healthier in water. Because if the water quality is not good enough, just know it's going to be like it's going to cause the fish high mortality. Then you will realize that your fish is reducing due to that ammonia produced in the water. Thank you.
Okay, turning to the gentleman, what are some of the challenges you have faced as a fish farmer and how have you been able to overcome them?
Yeah, thank you. What I faced as a fish farmer is just the issue of predators. Those are the main challenge. And secondly is the issue of flooding. And how I overcome the predation is by fencing the ponds, then by clearing the vegetation around to ensure that those animals or those predators will not get access into my pond. And the other thing, how I overcome is by planting repellents around the pond. That is to say, the tobacco, the onions, those are the main things that I can tell you right now that makes me overcome those challenges. Thank you.
Okay, so Emanuela, you had mentioned that you maintain the health and sustainability of the fish population by ensuring quality water. How do you ensure quality water and also clean environment for the fish?
As for the issue of environment, you need to make sure that your pond is not that bushy. If you have realized that it is bushy, you just need to do slashing around the pond. That will also prevent the predators from accessing the fish pond. And secondly, if you have realized that your pond, the water quality is not good, you need to drain away the dirty water and then you refill in a fresh water to make the fish comfortable. Because if the water is not fresh enough for the fish, it will also stress the fish. The fish will not be active when they're eating food. Thank you.
So, how does fish farming benefit your local community?
Though fish farming has so many benefits, but typically in terms of selling the fish, when you sell the fish out to the community, you'll also realize that it benefits you in the side of money. You will receive a lot of money, and then it is also palatable in terms of protein. It gives protein, and then it also has a mineral that is omega-3, that is basically for the infants.
Okay, to Mr. Mawa, what advice would you give to someone who is considering starting their own fish farm?
Yeah, thank you. I know fish farming, many people say it is hard, but advice I can give you is like, don't consider a place which is swampy. Just any fish pond, like you can use concrete tanks or plastic tanks to start fish farming. That is one of the things. Instead of trying to figure out where to dig my pond, the attend pond, but that is what I can just give you. Start where there is resources and where you find it possible for you to start. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that tip. So, what is that one thing people often misunderstand about fish farming?
Okay, one thing that people misunderstand about farming, they say fish produced artificially is not sweet, and they prefer the fish that comes from natural water, and that is totally not true. You can able to make your fish sweet when you provide necessary food that has all the 7 elements or 7 food nutrients in it, and that will make your fish nicer and palatable and sweet. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mawa. So, you've heard that fish from natural water and fish from artificial water are all delicious. And to Emanuela, give us tips on how to select the most fresh fish.
Yeah, if you want to know that your fish is fresh, one is the smell the fish produces. You know something, if it is decaying or if something is spoiled, it produces that bad smell. Secondly, the taste. Fish naturally it tastes like it's palatable and delicious. So there is a taste it produces when it is not okay. And thirdly, you can see it physically. The color alone drives everything, because if you want to know that it is fresh enough, it has a greenish color, and normally the skin is wet, not dry. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And to Mr. Mawa, what do you see the future of fish farming heading to in the next 10 years?
Yeah, thank you. I see myself as a fish farmer in the 10 years to come. I will become one of the contributors into people's health around the globe by ensuring that fish gets to everyone, because I know everyone like fish, and what benefit that people get from the fish are so high, especially the omega-3 acid and the omega-6. Those are the things that helps in building the brain of children. That is what I see myself into after in 10 years to come. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Emanuela. What advice can you give to viewers who are considering supporting fish farming?
Okay, thank you. I'd like to tell the viewers that fishing is not a tedious work. Fishing is actually simple when you have the work plan ready and you have the materials ready. Like for example, in the work plan, you need to include the location, that is in terms of accessibility, and you ask yourself those questions. Where I am locating my fish pond, is it accessible? Will it be accessible to people to come in? And then secondly, you also need to be mindful of the water source, and you need to have alternatives in case the water source, if it is there, you also need to find out a reservoir for yourself, because there are some seasons where the water drains back, like it reduces. So in such cases, you can use your reservoir to connect the water from the reservoir to the pond, which will also help to increase the level or volume of the water. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. And Mr. Mawa, what advice would you want to give to viewers who are considering supporting fish farming?
Yeah, thank you very much. Advice that I have right now is, don't rely on the natural water bodies which brings a lot of fish. But what I can tell you, that start your own and you become one of the contributors that help people benefit from the fish. And you can start by whatever little that you have. And don't I know the issue of feeding is high, but you can use just a supplement to supplement.
All right, Miss Emanuela, about that, do you have any last words that you can add on to what Mr. Mawa has said?
Yeah, I can still add on, or I can still summarize on saying that you cannot also depend on one thing. Like, for example, the supplementary feeds. You can also have alternatives of, like, the BSF, that is the dealing with markets. You can feed your fish with the markets. Don't say that it is expensive to deal with fish farming. Always be courageous and have a target. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for watching the video of today. This has been the Bethel Farms and Herbs YouTube channel, and in today's video we talked about ichthyology, which is the study of fish. Remember to like the video, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so as to get notified whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much, and goodbye.